Alright guys, I got some orange right here. I heated it up, melted it. I'm using a lot of plastic in these latest porta catches because I'm making a lot of baits right now, trying to make the new tail colors. So that means I have a lot of plastic laying around that is cut up, remelt, and use. Okay. Alright guys, I've got the microwave running and everything else, so I'll try to be loud, y'all can hear me. There you go. That's 24 tails. Alright, I'm going to show you what I do with them next, okay? Alright guys, I got a cup of plastisol ready. I'm making the brim color. Today would make it blaze. As I showed you when I made the orange tails, I'm going to cook up a cup and add to what I got, because I make it by the cup because that's how I measure it better. I either do a cup or 2 cups at a time. That way it matches my recipe. Alright guys, let me get this cooked up and I'll get back with you. Alright guys, we're going to make some brim color. Alright, I count my drops out. That's how you do it. That's why I want to make 1 cup. Okay, that's green pumpkin's all it is. And I put 1 drop of black. Alright, 1 drop of black, guys. I just so I can darken it a little bit and it knocks that orangey brown off. Alright, now this gets a lot of color. If you look at a sunfish, and I've said this a few times, if you look at a sunfish, you see a lot of colors on a sunfish. And that's why I call it brim. You see blue. I put a little black here for body. I don't put much black in it, guys. You gotta watch black glitter. Black glitter will darken a color fast. Alright? Now, this is gold. I put gold in it. You see a lot of gold tints to them. Green. You see a lot of green on the sunfish up around his gill area and stuff. I put a little green in it. This is 015 size glitter, which people consider small. I use 008 a lot too. This is red. Alright? So now, those are colors that you see on a sunfish. Alright, we get that stirred in. She's going to turn brown now, see there? Alright, now, here's what I was telling you. I'm going to take this so to match better. I want it all to match good. So to get it all to match good, yep, I'm going to pour it all together now. Now I got to reheat it to get these pieces melted. But if I don't do that and I'm making 15-20 bags, I usually make 15-20 bags of baits at a time. When I'm making baits to restock or making new stock, I usually start with 20. I was telling somebody that the other day. They said, how many bags of baits are you making up in the new colors, the tail colors? And I said I'm making 15 to 20 bags at each one of them. They said, well, that's not much. And they're right, it's not much, really. It's 20 bags. But the reason I do that to start a new color is, in the stinger, in the full-size stinger, and some of the other baits, I still have some of the original some of the original 20 bags. I still have like 6 or 8 or 10 in some colors, and it's been a year. I have some colors I've remade 3 or 4 or 5 times. Some colors sell good, some don't. Some of y'all might go, oh, I love that color, and you buy 2 bags. John Henry down the street buys 2 bags. Then it goes another month, I sell 1 bag of that color. And I got colors, like I filled an order this morning, he bought 5 bags of 1 color. That's right. I had people buy, he bought 8 or 9 bags, but he didn't buy but 2 colors. That's the way a serious crappie fisherman does. And some of y'all ordering 1 bag of everything I make in LC Shad. A lot of guys are doing it, and that's a good way to do it. That way you have, yeah, I love that. But that way you have a good selection of colors. The gem color, the emerald color is 2 of the slower sales in that. That gem color, both of them are good colors. One's a light green, that's an odd green, and this is one of them's a light blue like that. So it's a good variety of color there. So that's a good way to start. So whenever you catching fish on what's working for you in your lake, then you restock that. You get a hard rain or some bad weather and the watercolor changes in your lake, then you have another color to go to, okay? Blue Moon is the top selling color, shiny, and dipstick. I've remade those 3 or 4 times now this year, 20, 30 bags at a time. So, there you go. But I have to sit down and figure out sometime how many bags I've sold this year. I've bought 4,000 bags. Empty bags. I've bought 4,000 empty bags this year, and I got about 800 left. So I've known I sold quite many bags of baits this year. Alright guys, I got the molds loaded. Alright. I opened it up just now and pulled that out of the place. What I'll do is I'll drop them in there like that. Just drop them in with my finger. Make sure they're in place. Alright. That right there's out of place. Put the other half of the mold back on it. I put a little oil on the aluminum part of the mold. It makes things slide around better. It helps. What helps too? Helps if you put it together the right direction. That's why you got to check your behind yourself. They should have never made it would go together like that, shouldn't they? Because I know some idiot's going to do it, right? I got to check it. It's easy to do. All right. Got to love it, everybody's. Let me get my plastic heater back up, and we're going to shoot them. All right, folks. We're at 349. That's what the temperature is. I want to be above 340, 345 at least. That's what I'm shooting for. But 349 is fine. Time it goes up in this injector, it'll lose some then. It's cold outside today. It's 39 degrees. I watched a guy from Florida. Some of y'all probably watch him make baits. And he's in Florida now. And he'll say, "Oh, it's cold today. Shoot, it's gonna be tough. I gotta heat my molds, and we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to do that." And I'm sitting there laughing at him. I'm going, "Dude, I'm here many a days when it's below." And he's in his garage. I'm here many days when it's below 40 degrees. Gas heater, natural gas heater behind me, one of those that you set up on top of your propane tank, and it's heating this room. And I have an electric heater under the table right here, one of those radiator heaters. I'm gonna shoot the wall in here. Oh, that ain't right. Oh boy, I wonder about my gun now. Okay, I shot the back wall. It's 71 in the back. The door is 63 degrees. So, yeah, it's not too bad in here. I'll shoot this table behind y'all. Table behind y'all is 69. So, it's in, you know, it's 65 to 70 in here. Now, I cut it off every once in a while. And it'll cool down, and when I feel like I'm getting a little shiver, I cut it back on. Okay, guys. Let's open one. Bam. There you go. Aren't they pretty? Alright guys, you leave your number between 1 and 400. I start at 10 to go to 400. And on Wednesday night, I'll make a draw. You must be a subscriber, leave a number. Thursday morning, I'll load the video who won, or I'm going to do a live sooner or later, guys. I got to get over this allergy. It's choking me and getting where I'm coughing when I talk too much. Alright? Only rule I have is you can't go over the number. If you go over the number, you're automatically out. That separates the winners from losers. Keep us from arguing over somebody on each side of a number, right? I'll notify you. Send me your address. I'll mail it out to you as soon as I can. About 40 baits, guys. This color plus some other colors. Good luck to everybody. If you leave a number, come back and check, see if you won, guys. There's about 3 people this year that never came back, have never collected their winnings, because they never come back to see if they won. They come watch the video, leave a number, and went, "Oh, I'll take a chance." And that's it. You never hear from them again. So, they must not have been too serious, right? Appreciate each and every one of you. Hope y'all enjoy the video afterwards. Good luck to everybody on the draw Wednesday night. See ya. Bam. Alright, guys. I'm gonna pick him up. Oh. Just making a fun video here. So far, we might turn this into porta catch. Let's see how it goes. I got a lot of folks fishing around me here. He's a good 10, 11 inches. Alright guys, that is brim with an orange tail. I'm going to call it Blaze. Yep, because it's got an orange tail, get it? Blaze. Alright. Bam. This one was 55 feet out there. I missed throwing, I see where it looks like fish. I missed throwing at them, and then they hit the bottom and start to reel it. Nothing fancy. Finding bigger fish today, it's been tough. I've caught a couple 13s on another video. him. There you go. There's a decent one. He's about 11. Let me show y'all recording. Tell you, my batteries in this cold weather. The sun come out some, but in this cold weather, my batteries will not last long. Yesterday, I went through 3 batteries. It was colder. It was 42, and there wasn't no sun at all. I went through 3 batteries in no time, and I had to put jump box on. Today, hopefully, I'm gonna get a little more distance out of a battery. I'm already on my 2nd battery. Bam. They like this brim orange tail. This ain't that big, but it went at him. He's not too bad. He's probably 10 inches. They're hitting it pretty good. So that surprised you. Brim's a good color anyway. Adding the chartreuse and the orange tail to it just makes it a little bit better. It gives it a little bit of, you know, wow factor, and gives a little bit of brightness so they see that tail move. You know, that's fluorescent orange on top of that. All right, guys, right here's the ones I'm throwing out. There they are. 50-55 feet from me. That's the way I like having them from 35 feet or more. Seem like they're a little easier to catch. They don't know you're here. They're not spooked. When they get close to the boat, they are much harder to catch for me. I know a lot of these guys, I watch them fish close to the boat and vertical jig. Oh, I just missed him. That right there came up after me. I don't have that luck. When I get them close to the boat like that, even with this rod, it doesn't matter, the bait's the bait, whether what kind, no matter if you got it on a 10-foot rod or a 6 casting rod, right? When I get them close to the boat, I've caught a few under the boat today, or close to the boat, say 15 foot. Here's some over here I hadn't threw at. Those are moving. I got 1 cast at them, because they're constantly moving. I got my live scope on 65 feet. I usually run on 60, and then I'm throwing as far as I can. My bait's right here. I threw almost 60 feet, and it's almost on the bottom. Now, I can't see it now. I'm gonna start working it. I don't see it, but I'm watching those fish. I can tell you whether those fish see it or not. I'm watching the fish movement. I try to turn around where y'all can see it. Now see that fish raised up right there just now? That means my bait's right there somewhere. He's interested. That's what I'm going by. I found it. I see my bait just now, but I spotted the fish moving after it first. That distance is hard to find sometimes. I was watching a guy, I never watched him before, and he doesn't do much. Oh, I missed him. I had a bite. He doesn't do much crappie fishing. He does mostly saltwater fishing. I can't think of his name now, but anyway, that's not the point. He had a crappie fisherman with him, and he didn't know who he was. And he stopped in the middle of the video and said, I didn't find out till I got home. This is the guy that's won all, he hired him as a guide. He's a guide. This is the guy that's won over $2,000 in crappie tournaments this year. And he's 22 years old. I can't think of his name. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. There you go. And so anyway, he was fishing with him and didn't know it. Great big old boat. Must have been like a 21, 22 foot boat. And had a 300 on it. And they was vertical jigging, and he would get like 30 feet from them and pitch out. And the water was dirty there now, okay? Water was real stained. All that makes a difference. We're 2 foot, 2.5 foot visibility here right now. And a time of year. But he said this. He said, I get 1 chance at him. He showed the fish running from his bait. He caught 2 there on the video, I think. He showed him running from it. They were showing the live scope. He had 16-inch live scopes, of course, guys. Like he had 2 or 3. He had trolling motors on the back of his boat too, so he could pull up to a spot like this, run the trolling motors on the back and stop him. Right, so he could set in one place. Because he had his transducer on his trolling motor. And so, it's worked for him. Evidently it's working for him. He's winning tournaments. But he has his trolling motors on the back. That's what's helping him. He can run those trolling motors on the back. He don't have to run the front one once he finds the fish. He can use it like I'm using this pole, right? But he would bring it past the fish sometimes, and the fish would never move. He said, okay, on to the next one. The guy said, he said, yep. He said, he didn't move, didn't pay any attention to it. It's no use for that fish. That's it. That's where you learn from live scope. There's like 10 right there on the bottom. If 1 or 2 of those come up and follow, that's probably it. Some of them won't even pay any attention to it. And if 1 or 2 roll up and follow it, you just keep reeling it. And sometimes one of them will go like, you ain't getting it, it's mine. And he'll chase the other one and get it. And that's sometimes I think you get that bite out of competition. they think the other one's going to get it. And that helps a lot sometimes. If you got two fish following your bait, sometimes you got a better chance of getting the bite. A decent one. Decent one. That's a decent fish there. That's baby. It's a baby. There's two by themselves. It has a bunch of white perch around them. Usually decent fish. Yeah, he's a decent one. Bam. Alright guys, I'm going to end this video if I get this fish out of the net. I've caught quite a few on this bait. Alright. And brim with the orange tail. We might just make it to a port of catch. I don't know. I'm going to leave it open because see how the fishing goes. I'll get the fish 2 days next week. And it's calling for rain 2 days. Yeah. And I got a couple little jobs I need to do, so I'm going to leave this on. If I don't, it'll just be a fun video. Appreciate y'all guys. If I make it to a port of catch, I'll give y'all the instruction at the beginning, right? Appreciate y'all guys. See you next time. Fishing Lake Country.